everybody, welcome off the rack. I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Today we're going to review Detective Comics number 954.
Written by James Tynion IV.
With art by Marcio Takara.
That's right. In this issue, Batman does not know who the League of Shadows is. And, of course, we get a sweet-ass splash page at the end. What do you guys think of Detective Comics number 954?
Initially, I was like, meh, but then by the end, I was way into it.
Right?
It's a cool book, yeah.
Yeah, this is probably the best Bat title out right now. I think I've said that before on record, but it still bears repeating. This is the best. At least until Batman number 21 comes out, or All-Star Batman number 9, both of which are recommendations that I have for this week. But I'm excited for either one of them, and both of them have hurt me in the past, so we'll look forward to seeing how they turn out.
Wasn't Batman number 9 referenced in this book?
All-Star Batman number 9 by Scott Snyder was referenced in this issue, but it hasn't come out yet.
Right? I was like,
but it's cool, because
what?
they're folding it into continuity, because
Yeah.
it was kind of nebulous as to what exactly
that really,
is happening.
That really kind of threw me off. I was like, what?
It threw me off, too. I was like, wait, what issue came out? I thought it was issue 8, and
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it was 9. I don't know. Whoops. That said, you don't, I don't think, need to read any other Bat book to be engrossed in Detective Comics number 954.
In fact, I haven't read any other Bat book, and I still loved it.
And you still loved it. It was still sweet. What do you guys think of the writing for this issue? Tynion IV, I think, continues to impress. When I first started reading his stuff, I'm like, eh. It was like Snyder light. And then he blew my mind when he wrote Batman Ninja Turtles. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker, you're right. But now, the guy's really come to his own. He's really giving us something different, yet very familiar. It's something that I want. That's Batman for me.
That's just it. It is very familiar, especially when Raish is talking and he's got he's explaining things and like, oh, I know all of this, but you have to guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. I'll give you little hints and tidbits.
That's so
That
Raish.
cool.
It's so great.
It's weird because there was a moment when Batman's freaking out, and I'm like, that's always so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Because, like, to me, Batman's always so, like, calculated, but, like, I have seen him get to his wit's end, and that's clearly where he's at this point, right? But it's, like, it's always so jarring.
Yeah.
Especially, like, not... Like, as Raish was explaining things, I was like, okay, this is... I get a better handle of what's going on, because I was like, how does Batman not know how to deal with him? How does he not know, like... And I'm like, oh, I see. Fair enough. Like, you know what I mean? Within the issue, it explained Batman's behavior, and I really like that. And of course, I was able to do David Warner's voice for Raish the entire time in my head, so that was awesome.
Yep. This is also some of my favorite Bat art in recent time. I mean, you've got David Finch on Batman, adjectiveless Batman, and he's done a great job. But I love Takara's pencil work. And of course blended with the colors. I just think it's a great looking book.
The colors especially.
Yeah.
The color palette on this book was fantastic, but there were spots where very early in the beginning in the Batcave there were like these big yellow spotlights, and then when the cage came up, it looked bright. I was reading a book, but it looked like light was shining out of it. Blew me away. I thought it was fantastic.
Tummy ground. It's okay.
You don't like it?
It's fine.
Is it the colors?
No, I think the colors are fine. It's just... I find it lacking in fluid motion. Whereas, like, someone like Capullo, like, you know what I mean? Like, the action was effortless. I find it a little more stiff. And, like, in a Bat book, I feel like that's something you always have to address. Like, Batman's always, like, action-packed. He's supposed to be fluid. He's supposed to be... I mean, not, like, Spider-Man fluid.
No.
You know what I mean? But,
like... He's got a cape. It's supposed to indicate...
And I find it a little stiff here and there. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't think it's bad. I'm not saying, like, oh, I hate it, it's terrible. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't call it my favorite Bat art.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to say it's my favorite Bat art of all time, but I will say that I think Takara does a great job on this title, and I'd like to see more work from him on this on this universe. I like him in Batman.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. I liked his Raish.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was great. I mean, you know... You can easily screw that up, but like I thought it looked really good. I feel like sometimes his female forms are a little stronger.
Okay.
I don't know.
Really?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Like they've got a little more like motion to them, and in fact, the assassins had some decent motion. I don't know. Batman just seems really like. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, maybe he's trying to indicate that Batman is feeling kind of powerless.
Oh, maybe I was going to say he's indicating that he's an immovable object, but that he's not.
Yeah. No, he's not.
No, especially when you drop him like a sack of potatoes.
They move him right the hell out
Yeah.
and take him away. So who knows what's going to happen in the next issue. But we do know that it's involved in All-Star Batman and, of course, Batman 21, which will be the beginning of the Watchmen Button arc and unpacking DC Rebirth.
What a pain in the ass this has to be over there. 3 different Bat books, apparently all in...
I've been doing that for years. If they don't know how to do it now, they don't know how to do it.
All, surrounding, a linchpin of their big thing that's going on right now. That's what I'm talking about, must be the pain in the ass. Not, having 3 at the same time.
Let them figure it out.
I know they will.
We're all enjoying it.
Can you imagine being part of that? Being okay, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you can't do that. You gotta do this.
Right.
You gotta make sure you sync this up.
The real monkey wrench for me is All-Star Batman. Because Snyder doesn't care what anyone else is doing. And he's like, full steam ahead! Also, does anyone care about Duke? Because Duke is really important. Anyway, Batman... Detective Comics number 954. I think this is a great pickup. Would you guys recommend they pick this up?
Yes.
Yeah, this is weird because it's like
it's in the middle of everything.
It's in the middle of everything, but it's kind of a fun starting point. I don't know.
Even
it's bizarre.
Even if you don't know who everyone is in the cast, that last page reveal, you're like, "Oh, that's cool! I think I can piece together who that is."
I feel like you wouldn't be able to miss it. If you had no idea about the Bat family, that'd be a stretch.
Yes,
that would be a stretch.
But if you do, then you're like, "Sweet."
Yeah.
And it's cool, and and it's earned.
Yeah.
It's a valid moment.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, it's really weird because we didn't even talk about Lady Shiva, and so I know we're finishing this up, but it's so bizarre to see Raish at odds with someone like that. Someone who's so evocative of Talia.
Yeah. But...
And to defer to her.
Lady Shiva is the most deadly woman in the world. Every time I see Lady Shiva depicted, her reputation precedes her, and then it always fails to live up to the reputation. And so now I'm happy to see that, Raish shows deference to her. I'm like, that's cool.
I assume it's some plan, right?
It has to be.
Some huge plan.
You got Batman and Raish, both of them have schemes. No question.
Yeah, but Batman's scheme's going to come out on top.
There's such schemes.
Yeah.
Well, Batman's scheme will come out on top, but then they'll be like, no, but secretly.
But I also, while you thought you were working it out, I got something else going on.
It's like a parallel scheme.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into recommendations for books that are coming out this week on Wednesday that you should pick up that we were excited about.
Yeah.
This is a great problem to have. I have a whole bunch of books that I'm getting this week, and I can't wait to read every single one of them. The first one, of course, is Super Sons number 3. Great series. There's the third one. I've only read 2 issues, and it's still phenomenal. Go pick it up. It's the must pick up out of a list of must pickups this week. The next one, of course, is Batman number 21, which launches the button. We get to see Batman versus Reverse Flash, and we're referencing Flashpoint. Lots of crazy stuff. I got to see a preview of it, and damn, am I excited for it. I've been kind of lukewarm on Tom King's writing and Batman in general. I am right on board again. Of course, Jason Fabok's drawing it, and definitive. We're getting there. And of course, I also want to recommend All-Star Batman number 9, because while I was kind of not a big fan of the first arc, the second arc has been really wowing me. Every single issue is its own microcosm of Snyder's interpretation of the Batverse, and in some cases he's also doing some retconning and fixing things, like he fixed Mr. Freeze, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where this next issue goes. And finally, I have to recommend this. It's been all DC, why not Marvel? Secret Empire number 0 comes out. We're launching Secret Empire. This is it. This is making or breaking for Marvel when it comes to events. If this event fails, there's almost no hope that Marvel will be able to sell events from their publishing line for the next couple of years. Of course, as I understand it, they're also kind of teasing the idea they might not even be doing events for the next year or so. We all know that's a lie, but I'm kind of really digging on Secret Empire. No, mostly because Spencer wants to tell this story, as opposed to a room full of suits being like, this story refers to this thing that makes us lots of money, so let's make an event about it. No, Spencer wants to tell a story. Let's read it. Let's check it out. So, Secret Empire number 0. That's a whole list for you. So, happy hunting.
So while Sal's books might have been mostly DC with a little bit of Marvel, mine's gonna be mostly Marvel with a little bit of Image, because this week Monsters Unleashed number 1 comes out. You know, if you've heard me saying Monsters Unleashed a lot lately, it's probably because you checked out our Back Issues episode where I talked all about Monsters Unleashed, the event. I don't think it's an event. But now there's a whole book about it, written by Cullen Bunn with art by David Baldion. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. It follows Kay and his monster pals, and also Bloodstone, and I'm excited! Rawr, monsters. God, if that wasn't enough from Marvel, Doctor Strange number 19 is finally coming out. This is just one more book closer to Aaron leaving this book, which is so sad for me, but I can't wait to see how this all turns out. Mr. Misery, Wong, Doctor Strange, so much going on. I love this book. I love this arc. I just can't wait to see it. God, still got Chris Botchlevel on art, so just keep going, guys. I want a strong finish from you, so if not, yeah, I was gonna come for you. And then, of course, finally, my indie pick would be God Country number 4. I love God Country. You've heard me talk about it before. I think I've pretty much brought it up almost every week it's come out. It's written by Donny Cates with art by Jeff Shaw. Story of an old man who has Alzheimer's, finds God's sword that's alive, and gets his memories back, and now he's going to hell to get his grandkid back. And I think that's super cool, so I will definitely be picking that up and be picking it up for as long as possible. And just love it. Just swords and old men in Texas. That sounds creepy.
Guys, it should be no surprise that this week I'm recommending Venom number 6, written by Mike Costa with art by Gerardo Sandoval. Eddie Brock is an evil Venom, and it's awesome. You should pick it up. That's all I have to say. Get it.
There you have it, everybody. Off the rack. Everybody, we'll see you guys next week with another episode. I am Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Keep on reading.
I had a little fit there at the end. I don't know why.
You did. It was
You have energy. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Focus it, yeah.
Okay, maybe not so loud, though. There, it's better.
It's good.